Hey guys, welcome back to another Destiny video. Today we're going to be looking at a lot of post-game stuff. Mostly today will be focused on weapons and armor, kind of end-game gear you can get through the Crucible, Vanguard, factions. Next video there will be even more other places to get items, so for now we'll start on what's pretty easily accessible, and we'll learn all about, everyone knows the color scheme of armor probably, but even further beyond the purple legendary. So yeah, let's get started, and first of all we will take a look at the Crucible gear. Okay, so when you first come down here you notice the two people, everyone's seen them. He's the armor guy, he's the weapons guy, and we'll take a look at armor real fast. So yeah, here's some of the stuff. The thing to note between when you look between the Crucible, Vanguard, and even the other factions that will come up later in the video, you notice like all of the base stats change, and hopefully by now people know what each stat does to help you. But if you don't, there's low chance somehow someone doesn't know. The intellect decreases the cooldown on your super ability. And discipline reduces your grenade cooldown, and strength reduces your melee cooldown, like your special melee. So all this gear from Crucible for my warlock is either discipline strength or intellect discipline. Personally, I think intellect discipline is the best for the two warlock subclasses so far. Who knows when the void subclass comes out eventually if it's going to be melee based, kind of how I guess other two, Hunter and Titan Void classes seem pretty melee based. But yeah, all the gear is good. You can't go wrong with what you get. It's more probably preference of how you want to get the reputation and how you want to get the marks. So through Vanguard, obviously you get Vanguard marks. Through Crucible, you get Crucible marks. Pretty easy to get just playing Crucible online multiplayer. So you get 3 per win and you get 2 for a loss. So no matter what, you're getting a pretty good rate of marks. Even like, okay, let's say you win all the time. That's 33 matches won. Now you get 99 marks. That seems like a lot, but if you're having fun and you like enjoy playing shooters online, that's not going to be anything at all. Easily a week, because you max out at 100 of these marks each per week. So I still have 100 because I'm saving up for a Crucible weapon, actually a faction weapon. I'll show you. But yeah, so you can't get weapons. You can get armor. If you look down there at the bottom, Crucible rank 2. I got to rank 1. Getting from rank 0 to rank 1 took 1500 experience, that bar at the bottom. Then getting from 1 to 2 is going to take 2000. And then I know 2 to 3 takes 2500. So it goes up by 500 every rank you go up. But I decided to stop getting Crucible because I wanted to start getting a specific faction, the New Monarchy, which will be later. So here's the weapons. What's good about Crucible is they offer, and Vanguard, they offer a wide variety of guns, as opposed to the individual factions who only give you a choice of 4 each, and it's mainly assault rifle, scout rifle, shotgun, and a machine gun. But then Future War Cult offers a pistol instead of an assault rifle. We'll see all that in a few. But also these guys offer vehicles, and these Sparrows are better than your average one, which starts at 90. It's faster, and it can do the strafe moves, the left button, right button. And yeah, we'll get into these next after we look at the Vanguard. So over here, all your class trainers are your Vanguard armor vendors. They'll give you, that's actually the chest I have, this one. I didn't go over before, the gloves, chest, and boots only cost 65 marks, which is nice. And the helmets cost 120, probably because helmet's probably the most flare piece you're going to get. Stat-wise, it doesn't give you the best. Chests always give you the best. So I don't know why helmet costs almost twice as much, but it does. So I'd see with Vanguard I got to rank 2 just so I could start getting some armor. And that's where I stopped because I didn't really want any of the Vanguard weapons. So getting to rank 3 would be kind of pointless. So I'm going to focus all that on, again, my faction I chose. But until then, let's go over to the Warlock, or Vanguard weapons vendor. Okay, so you've been to the ship area before. You've probably seen this guy. He sells you some mid-level gear, which is pretty good compared to sometimes the gunsmith out there. But he also offers all the Vanguard weapons. Again, you'd be rank 3, and they cost Vanguard marks, 150, just like how weapons at the Crucible cost 150 Crucible marks. So that takes at least a week and a half of getting marks, again, because you max out at 100 per week. So, I mean, again, these aren't bad. I just prefer this one assault rifle that I really want from the, not Dead Orbit, what is it called? The New Monarchy, there you go. And we'll take a quick look at them because New Monarchy is not here next to us. Dead Orbit's right next to us. And, oh, you can actually get these here too. Okay. But now that we're here, we'll talk about the material exchange. These materials, spin metal, relic iron, helium filaments, and spirit bloom, respectively, you get them on Earth, Mars, the Moon, and Venus. If you get 50 of them, you can come to any reputation, Crucible, or Vanguard that you want to turn them into for reputation. So I know turning in 50 only gives you 25 reputation, which is not very good. If you compare that to doing a level 24 strike mission, you get 25. That's also not that good, seeing on what you do. The best way to get rep, in my opinion, is definitely going to planets or the moon and doing the patrol missions along with any bounties you can get. Or pretty much every bounty you can get is the best way to get rep up, because there's bounties that give you 100, at least 50. You get 50 every time. But on a patrol mission, you can get in a range from 10 or 25, depending on the patrol mission, which is exponentially better than farming 50 of these on planets, and especially you need these to upgrade. In the next video, we'll be talking about how to upgrade, where to find the materials for endgame gear, and basically everything needs these materials, weapons and armor, so you're going to want to save up on these, not to waste them just for 25 rep, which I found out the hard way by doing that. So I hope this video helps someone out there who has a lot of this and is thinking of trading them in. Do not do it. Just go do some patrols. Save a lot of time. And yeah, so those two are definitely the best ways. Bounties and patrols. The best way for Crucible rep, obviously, is just playing Crucible. There's nothing else besides playing Crucible and doing Crucible bounties, but matches are quick. So you're going to be getting rep pretty fast, pretty quickly. And along with that, all the bounties for it. And you do get reputation doing strike missions for Vanguard. But again, it's not the best way. It's not the fastest. But doing Vanguard strike missions, you do get, the marks every week. 3 marks when you finish the highest strike right now. And you get reputation, you get items from doing the run and all that stuff. The first one here is Dead Orbit. So whenever you get any of them and you get to a certain 1, 2, 3 ranks, you can get an emblem unique to each faction. And here's what I was talking about. So he has an assault rifle, a scout rifle, shotgun, and a machine gun. The machine gun is actually pretty good. Low reload and low magazine. So I guess they all have low reload. Yeah, compared to mine, same thing. And then here's their gear. So this one's a discipline strength. I don't find that very helpful on my warlock to have a faster grenade and faster melee. I'd rather have a faster super. So that's why I go after intellect the most. I'm not against having a faster melee, especially if I'm in Sunsinger, but And the other thing that kind of bothered me is they don't have a lot of armor skins. So each faction's first helmet looks like this. The color combo is obviously different, and they have their own faction logo, so that makes it more unique than most armor skins. But I just mean more of actually an armor difference, because the first helmet looks like that, and all the second helmets look like this. So they're all just different colors. I'd rather have a fully different piece of helmet. I want my helmet to look different, especially if I'm spending this many points. And I don't know, it's endgame gear for now. Maybe later they'll make them look better, but yeah, I like the chest from them. But other than that, you can go check out the vendors, look at all their stuff. But yeah, this guy, for every class, he'll be giving out discipline strength gear. Now, here's the future war cult, and I like their color scheme. It's like the deep bluish purple lavender. But again, so here's just proof. Yeah, see, it's the same helmet, just with, here's the Future War Cult logo, different design, but same, shape that you always see, that you used to have when you're level 4. So why have the same looking helmet when you're level 20 or higher? And then, yeah, same little dagger face helmet. And also all the cloaks, pretty much all the armors look the same, just different colors, different textures, different logos on them. So here's the one that with the pistol instead of the auto rifle. Hand cannons, they're pretty great, but 6 rounds doesn't do it for me. Mine has 11, which is pretty great, and you know, they all have scouts, so that's nice, but yeah, they have good emblems too. I like their emblems. So Future War Cult has Intellect Discipline. So this would be the way to go for my Warlock, but I'm choosing the Vanguard gear instead, which also gives me Intellect and Discipline, and that's the chest that I have currently. This is from the Vanguard. So that was a pretty decent upgrade from my previous chest. And its bonuses give me sniper and auto rifle ammo, and those are my 2 most used guns, probably. And so that's the other thing to look for is their secondary effects. This is shotgun pulse rifles, sniper hand cannon. I use shotguns, I use snipers, but I don't really use hand cannons or pulse rifles, which, you know, isn't actually true because this legendary that I found is actually a pulse rifle. I'm using it a lot. But my focus is I want an assault rifle. That's why I'm going to this next faction. And here we are to New Monarchy. So you can see the difference between that and that. And this and the other ones is that I actually have started getting reputation with them. Now, how do you get reputation with them is a good question. You must buy one of their bonds, marks, or cloaks, depending on your class, which all cost 2,500. You get 2 choices. For Warlocks, here you go for New Monarchy. This one, it's okay. But I chose this one, just kind of, it's like, I don't know, I like the white on red, red on white. But that's the only way to do it. So what this item essentially does for all classes is basically change any reputation gain you get from bounties, from doing a strike, from finishing a Crucible match, anything that gives you reputation, it'll all go to this faction if you're wearing this at that time. So say you want to get Crucible rep, but you don't want to get Vanguard rep. You want your Vanguard rep to go to one of these guys. Go in Crucible matches with whatever bond, mark, or cloak you want, and then when you're going out to do a Vanguard mission, just throw this on, and all that Vanguard will go towards that. The unfortunate thing is they don't have a Vanguard or Crucible thing you can wear to increase that reputation. Say if you're doing Crucible, but you want Vanguard, you can't do that. It has to be one of the 3 factions. But the benefit is you get, I don't know, the gear you might be looking for, different colors if you don't like using shaders. But this is the assault rifle I'm going after, if anyone's curious. I think it's really good. I like its effect, good stability, decent range, which you can get up. We'll be talking about upgrades next video, so I'll explain more about getting these. And I don't know, I think it's really good. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not even rank 1 yet, and again, I have to be rank 3. So, you know, that's a little unfortunate, but I'll get there eventually. And I still need 50 more marks when Tuesday hits and all the servers reset, all their weeklies and stuff. But yeah, until then, I'll just be waiting, getting my rank up. But another thing to note is all the factions use Crucible marks. So, again, Crucible marks are definitely easier to attain rather than Vanguard marks, so that's kind of nice they use these instead, just doing multiplayer matches. And it also entices a person to play more multiplayer, which, you know, the community probably wants. Have a good base of people to fight and shoot and kill and dance over and all that stuff. But for now, I think that's all I want to talk about today. Gaining rep and marks, you know, it takes effort, but if you're patient, you do it right. And you don't waste, you know, materials that you don't have to gain rep, or you can get it more easy ways. You'll find your time better spent. So definitely plan out what reputation you want for which faction. If you want Crucible, if you want Vanguard, New Monarchy, Dead Orbit, Future War Cult, and I think there's going to be 2 later factions released later in expansions or in Bungie's weekly updates. I don't know yet. If someone knows, please tell me. I'd like to know that. It'd be very helpful. Thank you. And I guess that is it. Unless, actually, one quick second. Let's go look at other ways to get some Vanguard. So, when you're in orbit, and you know, you set your destination, and you see all your planets, you see your moon, you see your reef, you see your tower, this stuff. And these rings, by the way, keep track of your, how many marks you gain for the week. Again, since you're limited to 100, This meter will fill up as you get more marks. I've got 100 in both. I only had 35 Vanguard because I spent it on a chest, which cost 65. Do the math, 35. And that's what I've left. And it'll reset every week, so I can get another 100, then I can get another 100. Will I do that? Sadly, probably. So, yeah, so you have all the planets, all the stuff, all the places you can go to, the strike missions, Crucible, and I think the Crucible gives you 3 marks for win, 2 for loss, and you get reputation for doing it. I think it's 25 a match. Then the strike playlist, this gives you 25 and 6 marks. You can't see it, again, because I maxed out. This gives you 4, this gives you 2 marks, and this gives you 0 marks, but 10 rep. That is not good. You can go do 1 patrol mission to get 10 reputation. But again, the bonus for doing strikes is you get items. And it's fun being on a team. And let's see. So these are the weeklies. This, of course, is always matchmaking because it's multiplayer. This will give you XP bonus. You do it once a day. Then you do it the next day. It'll be a different playlist probably. And then you get the XP bonus. If you do this once and you come back to it again, you'll see the XP bonus is gone. But it's still here because it lets you know that was the daily. The daily story. Now, you can't see the rewards because I... Once again, maxed out on the marks, but this will give you 5 marks. Yeah, this will give you 5 marks plus XP bonus. And this is pretty easy to get marks. It's a quick story mission, not difficult at all. You could definitely do it by yourself because these aren't the big strikes. These are just one little mission out of all the ones you've done. So it's not too bad. And this here's the weekly that the first weekly they released, level 22. And anything, when you see level requirements, you always have to be 2 levels lower to do it. You don't have to be that level. So if you're level 20, I definitely recommend doing this. You get good gear. You get 3 strange coins, 3 Vanguard marks. So it's less than the 5, but you do get 3 strange coins. And then you get 50 reputation, I want to say. I really wish they showed the reward. But yeah, those went away because this is the weekly and I finished it. So if I did it again, I'm not going to get rewarded again because I already did it once this week. So I guess they just take all that text away. And this is the new Nightfall strike they released earlier. I've tried it twice. It is very hard. You need very good players, and you have to be at least 25. So this is the exception. Not 2 levels lower. This one lets you be 3 levels lower. And the rewards for this, you can get legendary items. I think it's a fact it'll be a legendary, or someone also got 8 strange coins. So that's pretty great. And if you don't know what strange coins are, stay tuned for next episode because I'll explain all about those, what you do with them, why do you need them, why should you save them up, especially if you're lower level and you keep getting these engrams and you're like, oh, I'm getting a new gun, I'm going to get new armor, and then instead it turns into a strange coin or a mode of light, and you're like pissed, like, why didn't I get something better? You will learn why, because it may lead to something much better than what you're expecting. So if you don't know what that is, stay tuned to find out. If you do know what it is, stay tuned and find out. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time.